Alright, this was a tough one to break down, guys. Cloak and Dagger seems like a very complex character. Let's hop into the kit. Starting off with Dagger here, her M1 attack has 12 shots and it locks onto allies and enemies if your cursor is close enough to them, either healing or doing damage. If it misses, it ricochets off of walls. Her right click ability puts down a healing dome on the ground, which I'm guessing boosts healing on the inside and also just heals in general. This seems like an ability you might want to place around yourself since a lot of characters move too much for you to be able to place that around them. There's flying characters, there's Spider-Man that's always in the back line. Seems like it may be hard to get a lot of use out of unless you're all diving on the point together. She has a team up ability here with Moon Knight, which seems to be whenever you heal Moon Knight, it bursts healing all over the place, and she can probably do the same thing with his Onks, I'm guessing. Her E ability is a light wall that seems to do a small burst of healing to an ally, and it probably has some other hidden effects along with it. Maybe iframes, maybe a speed boost. Then you can press shift to swap over to Cloak, which I'm guessing also when you swap it does a burst of damage around you, and then when you swap from Cloak using his shift to swap back to Dagger, it'll probably do a burst of healing. And when you're in the other form and have cooldowns from the other character, it'll show on the right side of your screen. And I'm hoping swapping from Cloak to Dagger at any time will completely reload Dagger's gun. As for Cloak though, his left click has infinite ammo and it just seems to be kind of like a Scarlet Witch beam where you just hold left click and just do a ton of damage to people. Cloak's right click ability is awesome. It's just like magic when she goes into her portal. There's a few characters in the game that have iframes, but his gives it to the entire team around him. You right click with him, he waves his cloak and everyone becomes intangible all around, completely dodging this Doctor Strange ultimate here. And then you have his E ability, which sends out a wall and blinds any enemies that it touches, completely making Star-Lord's lock-on aimbot ultimate here useless. Lastly, their ultimate ability, which is probably the most confusing part of their kit here, because you don't really see it do anything on screen. So you press it, your health bar turns golden down there, so I'm pretty sure you're completely invulnerable to everything. But that also means I don't think you can cap the point while you're in this form. Or this might be the golden outline that even Jeff gets when he's underground, which just makes it so that you take less damage. Either way, you seem to have like up to 3 dashes that you can do, leaving behind a space cloak shadowy trail behind you. And what I'm guessing that trail does based on this footage is it completely makes it so enemies can't see through it. It's like a smoke screen, but your team can probably see all the enemies past it. It doesn't seem to have healing properties or damage properties on it from this footage, but as soon as Cloak and Dagger do the ult, it seems like all the enemies just completely stop shooting at Moon Knight. They just miss all their shots. So I'm guessing they just can't see. Which honestly, for a strategic ultimate, it actually makes a lot of sense. They might be the strategist that's least about heals and most about disruption.